If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Welcome back. I trust that your mission went well. Yes. So I heard from Phaeton. I understand he might come off as unwelcoming, but he really does care for our cause. Please, take a seat with me for a moment. I'm sure you're wondering why I set up the room so elegantly. True, this isn't the normal look of the place, but I had a premonition that you might appreciate this. I took the liberty of setting everything up, from the dinner to the table decoration. I'm afraid it isn't much, but I did the best with what I could. I didn't expect you to enjoy it this much. Don't mention it, really. I believe that after everything you've done for the troupe, and for me, that you deserve nothing short of a celebration. However, the others insisted that they miss attending. Nothing personal. They all have special assignments they're tending to. Truthfully, I tend to separate personal feelings from much of what I do. For the most part, I find it difficult to comprehend why people find themselves growing attached to anything and everything, so long as time passes by. Yet, I think I may finally understand. Tell me, when you're not here, when you're by yourself, what do you do to pass the time? I know it may sound like an arbitrary question, but I believe how someone answers can tell a lot about them. Interestingly enough, I do have an answer, although it may come as a shock. Growing up, and even now, I think the art of dance is quite beautiful. Here, let me play something for you. I don't have much in the way of music, but this song is one of my favorites. Take my hand. I'll show you what I mean. Now, follow my lead. Left, right, left, right. There. Just like that. You know, I have never done this with anyone before. Everything I know has come from observation. Does that surprise you? really do appreciate that, but there's always room for improvement. At least, that's what I expect of myself. I think the concept of perfection is a complicated one. I'm not quite sure if anything can ever be perfect or flawless, so long as it exists tangibly. If it does, I imagine, someone like you would be the embodiment of that. At least, that is what many could say about you. I know your time with us has been a bit chaotic, but none within our ranks see you as less than, despite you being the most recent to join. No. On the contrary, I can't imagine he'd want you to hear, but Phaeton especially has warmed up to you. All of them have, if I'm not mistaken. Pardon me. Thank you for that. It's not every day I do something that takes my mind off of everything. Sometimes I forget that in order to work and strategize effectively, a rest every now and then can help realign our focus. Do you find yourself in a similar position? I ask because, well, if you ever need advice or anything, I would happily oblige. There's no need. After all, what would the troop be without someone like you? I understand that for someone in my position, it is only appropriate that I remain objective in all that I do. Therefore, if I ask you to stay back or be cautious, you should know those words come from a place of leadership. It would be a conflict of interest should I let my own personal feelings interfere with troop endeavors. With that said, I will continue to protect you however I see fit. Should you be accepting, of course. Speaking of the spider, now that you and I have grown to trust in each other, tell me, is this really what you want out of life? You are someone with a bright future if you choose to act accordingly. But I only ask because, as you know, our profession isn't the safest out there. I know you're brave as you are capable, but I'm not being very objective, am I? It is entirely up to you, whatever you decide. As I said earlier, we may always have need for someone like you. Well then, I suppose that should wrap everything up, No? But before you go, do you mind helping me clean up? I'm afraid Shizuko's ability would be less than ideal for this. But don't worry. I'm sure I'll find a way to pay you back.